Not Your Average Radio, Big Homie Monski, MixedBosses.com, and I got Vanessa from Gaviota Tequila in the house. How you doing, girl?
I'm doing good, and you?
I'm doing great. Again, this is Not Your Average Radio. So we were just talking about this when I called her. She was like, "Hello, yes." I'm like, "Wait a minute, we gotta loosen you up. This is Not Your Average Radio." But hey, that's my goal right now.
I was still in work mode.
You're still in work
we're
mode.
Good.
Oh, that's
yeah,
good.
We're good.
It's good to be in work.
Gaviota Tequila.
It's good to be on work mode, but at the same time, this is like the part where you go and party but still network. That's what we're doing right now.
Perfect.
All right, this is dope. All right, so I'd like to start the interview first. All right, last Monday, we were supposed to have you on, and I'm gonna blame it 100% on myself because she is a business person and she has like 5 phones, and she was like, "Oh, you're supposed to call me on that phone," but I didn't know it was a cell phone. I figured it was a landline. And I called it, but she didn't answer. But I didn't text it because I didn't think it was a message. And then later she hit me back up. She's like, "You're supposed to text me." I was like, "I didn't know." So again, a little misunderstanding. But hey, the most important part is that we have you here, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry. Yeah, you got to call me on one of my 5 phones. If you don't get me on any of those, send me an SOS, and then we're good. I'll get it.
There you go. That's what's up. See, I'm telling you guys, I've been promoting you as a very busy entrepreneur. So, she has 5 phones. She has some smoke signals, some cans with a string. There's different ways you can hit her up.
It works.
All right. The most important thing is that we have you here, and that's what matters. And when I do interviews, I like to talk about how we met. Everybody that I've come across, I could talk like, "Hey, I met you here, I met you there." So shout out to Cecilia, the mamacita. She invited me to the Be Real listening party, and right there on the side, you have this young lady, with nice little bottles of tequila. Again, if you haven't seen them, they're figures of women. So definitely catches your attention, and they have a little stand of, what was that, margarita or something like that. So I had to go over there and definitely get some margarita, and then we started chopping it up for a while, man. We definitely had good conversation there. So ever since then, we've been talking here and there. So I'm glad that we finally got you on the interview.
Well, let's get it correct. You saved my life that night because I felt like a loner. I didn't know anyone other than TC, and we know my girl TC. She's busy. She gets down when she's at her events, and there you were standing, and I think I went up to you and I just randomly started talking to you. I said, "Hey, I need a friend. He's alone. I'm alone. Let's start talking."
So basically, we saved each other because I was by myself too. That's why I was like, "Oh
Pretty
shit."
much. Yeah.
There you go. See, that's why already from the beginning we're already working good together because she saved me, I saved her. It was really good.
There you go. Great teamwork. So now we know we make a good team.
There you go. And okay, so that's how we met. We met at the Be Real listening party. She was doing her thing. She had a little setup. Hey, what do you call that? Because I keep we're trying to get her on some Young Baka shows, and I just keep calling it doing your thing. Like, what do you call it? Sampling? What do you call that? What you were doing at the Be Real listening party?
Well, realistically speaking, I say I bring the party and I start the party. That's what my little band is called. But it's pretty much our events. We set up our booth. We do the tequila tasting and we do the shots and the margaritas. It's pretty much to get, our new crowd and everybody to get to know us because we're such a new product.
Right. So if I'm telling you like, "Hey, I need you to bring the party," you're going to know what I mean?
You know who to call. You know which phone number to call, and I'm going to come and start the party with the tequila.
There you go. And she definitely did. Everybody in the place that we were at had that little margarita mix because it was like a greenish, it looked like an Incredible Hulk margarita mix. So everybody had that. Everybody was drinking it. People were going up, taking shots. So it was definitely dope. And it was really good. A really good tequila.
Yeah, and then funny enough, it ended up fitting in with the event because it was the whole Be Real and, everybody smoking. And even Be Real said, "What's up with the green drink? It totally matches my event." So I don't know if you want to be related that way, but that's how it turned out that night.
Oh, there you go. So he was feeling it. He's like, "Hey, what's in there? Is that like weed margarita or what?" Since he is Dr. Green Thumb, so that'd be that next level
right?
shit. You guys have to work on that.
Yeah, so it worked out. We have to rename the margarita one of these days.
One of these days. That's what's up. All right, so that's a little bit how her and I met. She had the party going, so she was there for business. I was there to, CC invited me and to meet people. I was there by myself too. Vanessa saw me in the corner, like in fetal position, slouched down, and she was like, "Hey, this guy needs a friend." So that's what's up. I appreciate that.
I handed you the margarita and you came back to life, and then you got the party started.
There it is. Shh, don't tell her that. Don't be telling the secrets of Monski on the interview. This is your interview. This is about you.
I'm throwing you under the bus. I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to be saying your secret. Let's continue.
Yeah, so okay, so you guys know that I met her at the Be Real listening party, and you guys are listening. I hope you guys are hip hop heads. You know who Be Real, Cypress Hill. So we were there again. The homegirl Cici the Mamacita invited us to go there. So obviously, Vanessa is doing big things with her Gaviota Tequila. You know what I mean? But again, we are here to, this is something different. I would say. Usually we interview hip hop artists, we do radio hosts. This is the first time that I'm interviewing someone that is kind of outside of our box, but I guess at the same time, it is relevant because you're serving drinks. So, it's not a hip hop show if you're not drinking and smoking. But anyways, that's a whole different story. So I'm kind of curious, how did this start? Like, where did Gaviota Tequila get its start from?
So, I would say few people know, but the company did get started by my dad. And he was the one, he has about like 30 years of experience in the tequila business. And, he said, I've been working for all these other companies. Why am I making somebody else rich when I can follow my own dream and do my own thing? So he kind of quit his old job and he started working on his own project. He pretty much looked at the name, he drew the design. We all pitched in as a family and kind of did it as a group project. And then it all started from there. So I guess in the sense that's how we kind of all tie in, our company similar to the artist that listen into your radio station, because my dad was someone who really believed in his dream and he really followed it, being it a dream and being in a very competitive world. Here's where we are now. So that's how it all started. And then I kind of came along, and I'm the little crazy one who started all the idea of the events and the margaritas, and, I get the party started type of thing.
When your dad started doing it, you guys were already older? Like, it wasn't like his company and you guys were kids. He did it when you guys were already older and, excuse me.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He, so kind of backtracking, he started the idea, I want to say it was like in 2007. I won't disclose my age, and I won't say how old I was back in 2007, but I was old enough to know what my dad was doing. So he kind of started that while being, working with the other company. And then in 2009 was when, he did the trademark and the patent for the design. And then we actually launched in 2013. To be exact, it was November of 2013. So we're really new in the game, and we joined again in a very competitive world. And here we are, and we're doing it. And I joined, in 2013. So I kind of left my other career that I had, postponed my school and everything that I was doing to really follow my dad's dream. And then I became a co-owner, and then now here we are, and we're following the Gaviota dream.
Again, like I said, I'm gonna come up with questions as you're talking. Who was your first, who did you sell to? Like, when you have this product, did you start with the bottles the way they look now? Like, that's always been the bottle?
It's always been the bottle, yeah. Since we started a design back in '07, it's always been the same. We've never changed the design of the bottle.
Okay, so you have this bottle. It's the figure of a woman. They're really classy. I think they're really classy looking bottles. And I think that was something that when we were talking at the Be Real listening party, you see a lot of people like asking about the bottle. You get that a lot, like, hey, like, what's up with the bottle kind of thing?
They do ask, and we get mixed emotions from everybody. Some people, they're like, oh, it's too sexy. Well, it's like, hey, it's the 2000s. We got to make it sexy, It's like, what the hell? Do you want to see a grandma bottle on your table when you're at the bar drinking? No. So right. I think it's funny. So our idea was, most tequilas, they cater to men, no offense, it's a very macho world. And we said, how can we come up with something that really empowers women? And not only that, but empowers curvaceous women. We really represent real women. To us, the real woman is not the size 0 or the size 1 that all the magazines represent. The real woman is a size 10, a size 12, a size 13, 14. And that's kind of where we come in. And actually our hashtag is Real Bottles Have Curves. So that's kind of where the idea came in from.
There you go. Anyways, I have a question, and I keep on asking like sub questions. So you have this bottle in the shape of the figure of a woman, and where did you go to sell your first product? Like, who do you go to?
Oh my gosh, that's a really funny story. We kind of shot for the sky, and the sky was the limit, obviously. So the very first account that we went to, and everybody must know them, they're called Gaviota supermarkets. They're a huge market, a chain. There's I want to say they have about 45 locations. So here we go, walking into the big corporate office without a meeting. And we meet with the buyer, and we were so lucky that he loved the product, he loved the design, and he bought us a massive amount of product the very first sale that we made.
No way. You guys buy a
Yeah,
lottery
so
ticket that same day? You should have bought a lottery ticket the same day. I'm telling you.
I did that. I didn't win. So every time I play the lotto, I refuse to play the lotto anymore because I never win. I just waste my money.
Hey, well, at least your luck was with your product, so I would take that any day.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. And I think it's a big part, it's a big part of we weren't afraid. What's the biggest thing that people can tell you? They're going to tell you no, big deal. If they tell you no, keep being persistent. They're going to tell you yes one way or another, just annoy the shit out of them and then they'll tell you yes.
And at the end of the day, if they tell you no, they saw your product already. You know what I mean? So say,
Exactly.
the other store is called, what's the other store that is kind of competition with Vallarta's? I can't think of it. Superior?
The biggest competition to Gaviota, I would say, is Northgate Market, and we're not in Northgate yet. We're afraid they're going to tell us no. I'm just kidding.
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying if Vallarta would have told you no, they saw your bottles. They're not going to forget what they look like, and then you go across the street to Northgate, and then they pick up your bottles, and if Vallarta's going to say, "Oh shit," we fucked up. You know what I mean? So
exactly,
they're going to remember your product no matter what. Eventually, someone's going to pick it up, and Vallarta's going to say, "Shit, we slept on it." You know what I mean? You just never know. But hey, that's what's up. That's shout out to you for getting Vallarta straight off the bat. That's what's up.
Yeah, that was our very first account. So it's kind of like, going back to the artists and the people that are listening to you. If they submit their music to somebody and they tell you no, guess what? I'd say, tough shit, because the next person is going to pick up my music. And when you hear me on Power 106, you're going to want me back.
Yep, you're absolutely right. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Yes, we're talking about how Vanessa and her family, her father, they went to Vallarta, a grocery store, push this product, a tequila bottle, which makes sense. As a rapper, you're not going to go to Vallarta and say, hey, play my CD. But it's kind of the same thing. If you're going to go to a radio station with your, the radio station, we're going to call it Vallarta. Your CD is the bottle. You're going to go push your stuff. So at the same thing, it's the same, same concept, just different products. So that's really cool, man. I'm still very amazed that that happened like that. So it makes sense. You started at Vallarta. It's a Mexican grocery store chain. And of course you have tequila. So that makes sense. How did you get into the hip hop scene? Because I met you obviously at a hip hop event. How did that come about?
How did that come about? We started doing, a lot of different events, and then through the industry, I started meeting a lot of different people. We would do a lot of really fun events at the 1010 Wilshire building, and from there, I met a gentleman from another radio station, and then he started introducing me to a couple of people, and it kind of just went from there. It was just networking and asking people questions and sending emails and sending phone calls. That's how I got to meet pretty much everyone, and then obviously I ran into Cece. I met her at another event, and then from there, it's kind of just blossomed, and she's been an amazing help to my company, and she really believes in us. So that's kind of how we got into the hip-hop scene.
Okay, that's cool. Something that I like to do is play a little bit of music. We've been talking for a little bit. How are you on time? You're still good for a little bit?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so I'm going to play a couple of tracks. Kind of breaks the monotony of us talking so much. So we'll play a couple of tracks, and then we'll be right back with Vanessa from Gaviota Tequila. We got some more questions here. If you guys have any questions, now that you kind of heard where she came from and what she's doing, you have any questions for her, make sure you hit me up, hit her up on the comments, and we'll address them. All right, let's get into some music, man. Not Your Average Radio, Big Homie Monski with Vanessa, Gaviota Tequila in the house. Let's get some music going, man. That's what's up.
Yeah, that you give me. No, man, only I could tame me. The trouble that you give me. No, only I could tame me.
Not Your Average Radio, Big Homie Monski, MixedBosses.com. And we're still here with the homegirl Vanessa from Gaviota Tequila. You still there, girl?
We're ready to start the party because now we had a tequila Gaviota shot, so now I'm good. Let's go. Let's get the party started.
Oh, shit.
I came back brand new. There's no more professional Vanessa. Now it's the party Vanessa. Now I'm having an event in my house, in my room. We're good. Let's go.
Oh, wow. There you go. A little... A little how do you say this? A little feedback about that. You know what I mean? She feels like she's being very professional, and you have to be. You know what I mean? But this is the way I see it. She's promoting tequila, but if I was promoting tequila, half the bottle would be gone by the time I got on the interview. So I'm just saying. But hey, It's all good. If you're really professional, that's just the way you are. And we just, we love the knowledge. We love the way you're, at least I am. I hope you guys are enjoying it too. And, just be you. But anyways, she's back. She took a shot. That's what we took a little bit. She's like, hold on real quick. I'm going to open one of these bottles. Oh, what did you say? You didn't say bottles. What did you say?
They're called my bitches.
See, you went professional again. Take another shot. You're supposed to say, they're my bitches.
They're my bitches. Oh God, you're too much fun.
Yeah, I drink though. And unfortunately, I'm still waiting for my bottles. They're on their way, but I'm drinking Modelo's right now. I'm drinking beer. Because imagine if I drank tequila straight up. Fuck. I'll be halfway through the interview and just be sleep. But hey, what happened to Monsky?
Yeah, you disappear and Gaviota would put you to bed. So we don't want that to happen to you.
There you go. But put it this way: if I ever get TMZ'd and passed out drunk right here on the mic, and someone takes a picture of me and uploads it, it'll be a bottle of Gaviota Tequila next to me. So they'll be like, "Hey, he had a good time."
Definitely.
Anyways, so that's what's up. Okay, so back to the questions. I got a lot of questions because I'm very interested. You know what I mean? I want to, I see you're doing your thing. I know that you have met a lot of people in your process, and so I'm, how do I say? I do this for the artist, but I do it for myself too. Don't call me greedy, but it's like I'm barely learning the ropes as well. So I have a lot of questions, and again, if you guys have questions, make sure you send them in so we can ask her why before she gets too tipsy on her tequila. You know what I mean?
Before I fall asleep on you guys, ask away.
Oh shit. What's your bedtime? It's 11 o'clock right now.
I don't know. My mom told me to go to sleep at 12 o'clock, but I never listened to her curfew.
Your mom. Yeah. I'm gonna take that part out. All right. When I upload this to YouTube, just letting you know I'm taking that part out. But anyway, so you have no curfew because you're a party girl. You are ready to go. Anyways, so okay, so your first location was Vallarta, and I went into your website. I got to do my homework on the people that I interview, and there is I wanted to count them, but it's just like a shitload of addresses of all the locations that you guys are at. So how many locations do you guys have now where you're selling your brand?
We have a little over, I want to say like 180 accounts about. That's not including Vallarta. Yeah, so Vallarta, we count them as like a corporate office, so we only count them as one. But they have about 45 locations and a couple of other clients that we have, other supermarkets, they have like 5-10 different locations. So I would say a little bit over 200 accounts right now. And that's within 1 year of being in business. Oh,
wow. That's crazy. That's good. That's really good. I'm trying to get myself into 100 listeners average a day. But we're getting there little by little. That's what's up. That's really good. Like, again, I went on your website. You can go in there and I was just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to count them. I'll ask her on the interview. So that's really good. And within a year, that's a lot of places.
Yeah, it's a lot. We've been putting in a lot of work, so I'm sorry if you get bored scrolling down the line.
So you guys are obviously doing really good on getting into businesses, into stores, into liquor stores, all that stuff. What else do you guys do besides, obviously, your main goal is obviously to sell your product, but what else do you guys do on the side? I see you do a lot of events. Like, what else do you do?
So a lot of events that we do too, a lot of people don't realize that we partner up with a lot of nonprofit organizations. So we're not only that company that we wanted to come along and just become rich and make money. We wanted to, make a difference. We wanted to be that company that comes in and helps nonprofits. So we give back. So part of our sales do go to nonprofits that help young women, young children, organizations that empower women to get jobs, organizations that empower children. So we're all about giving back. I think that in life, it's not only about, how am I going to make it and I'm only going to be, doing me. It's like, how can I help everyone else? So that's a little bit of more background of what we do. And then we also have our own nonprofit organization and we give back to needy families that are from our little community back in Mexico. So where we produce our tequila, it's actually my dad's hometown where he was born and raised, and it's called San Ignacio, Cerro Gordo, Jalisco. I know most of you won't know how to pronounce it, but it's called San Ignatius Hills or Luscious Hills or something like that. But we give back to that community as well. So that's a little bit of more of what we do.
There you go. I have my brother-in-law, Big Louie, listening. He's from Jalisco too, so I'm sure he's very excited about that. I'm sure I'll hear about that later. Anyways, let's see what else.
Yeah, it's all about Jalisco. That's where the good tequila comes from, and of course Gaviota comes from Jalisco. So it's all about Jalisco.
By the way, we come from Michoacan, so I think this interview's over.
So maybe it's all about Michoacan, but I think it's all about Jalisco for right now, just for the interview. and then we can go back and root for Michoacan.
There you go. Hey, this is a hip hop show, man. I'm sure the artists are like, "What the fuck are they talking about?" So yeah, we're just
Why?
talking. We're
What
just
did you
talking.
just say?
Exactly. Yeah, so we're talking about some Mexico stuff. Sorry about that, But anyways, we're back. We're here with Vanessa from Gaviota Tequila doing her thing. If anybody knows anybody, it's her. She walked into Vallarta and just said, "Hey, this is my product. Are you gonna buy it or not?" See, I told you. Big Louie just texted me. I already knew it. This is what it says.
Shout out to Big Louie, who's from Jalisco.
He said, "Fuck yeah, man. She's for reals. Viva Jalisco." Whatever. Anyways, I told you he's gonna get excited. See, I know this guy. Well, he's my brother-in-law. But anyways, I know him. I know how he is. So that's what's up. I have a question. So you mentioned, I have a shitload of questions, right? You mentioned, like luckily, thank goodness that you have had a good, how do I say this, good luck with your product, and when you're going into these businesses, that they're accepting your product. But what would you say was the most difficult part of pushing your product that you've come across since you've been doing this?
I would say the most difficult part is, it's a very competitive world. Everybody knows about all the other thousands of tequilas that are out in the market. So I think that was the hardest aspect for us is we were competing against, I won't mention their names because they're my competitors, but we're competing against big multi-million dollar, marketing campaigns, and that's not us. I think that was the biggest challenge for us. But luckily we made it through. We're surviving. We're swimming. So we're good.
There you go. That is what's up. You need more tequila. You need to give me more. Give me more information. How would I say this? So, hey, what about you guys? By the way, Big Louie just texted me back. He says that he's gonna be buying your product. He's on.
Nice.
He's gonna go to Vallarta tomorrow since it's closed already. He's gonna go to Vallarta and buy your product.
I mean, he can go and knock on the door and maybe they'll open it for him just because he's buying Gaviota. We don't know. He can try.
There you go. And that'll be a whole nother level. And I'll interview him. Like, how did it go when you mentioned Gaviota? They're like, oh, they pulled out the red carpet and everything was ready to go.
They had the event. They had the margaritas going. It was all good.
Cool. All right. So this is my last question that I have for you. You're already doing your thing. You're doing hip hop shows, your nonprofit events, charity events, a bunch of stuff. What is the future look for Gaviota Tequila in the next year, in the next 10 years or so? What's like your main goal in the future?
My main goal is to drink more Gaviota Tequila. No, I'm kidding. Our main goal is to, really expand, really grow, really make a difference in the community also. And we have a lot of new projects that we're working on behind the scenes. I can't disclose it, but soon enough, if you check out our Instagram or any of our social media, you'll start seeing little bits and pieces of, the new projects that we're working on.
And hey, that's a good thing that you reminded me. That's something else that I like to say. Where can they contact you? What's your website, your links? If someone wants to get a hold of you, how you can bring the party to them, or obviously they can get your bottles at Vallarta, or what other stores they can get your product at.
So I could say all the 200 accounts, but I think I would make you guys fall asleep. So check us out on our webpage. It's www.gaviotatequila.co. So it's not .com. We did .co. Or it's really easy. Just follow us on Instagram. It's just Gaviota Tequila. And then on Twitter and Facebook, it's the same exact thing, Gaviota Tequila. If anybody's really interested in having us at their events or having us sponsor them, you can always shoot me an email. I'm very open to talking to everybody. I don't hide behind an 800 number, so you really will talk to me. And my email is just Vanessa, VANESSA, @gaviotatequila.com.
There you go. So, hey, trust me, she will bring the party. I have already been a witness of that at the Be Real listening party. I'm working with her to get her at the Young Baka shows as we speak. And anybody else, man, that wants to get her at your shows. She's a very, very easygoing person, real chill. Even though she sounds like, even I was surprised when I called her. She was like, yes. I was like, oh, crap. Like, you know what I mean? She was ready to go professional-wise. But no, she's really easy to talk to. She's a friend of the friendless. Like I was there by myself at the listening party, and she brought me over a margarita, and we've been friends ever since. So that's definitely a good way to start.
Definitely. As long as we didn't end up on the sidewalk hugging a Gaviota Tequila bottle and our picture didn't end up on TMZ or something like that, we're good. We're still friends.
I left kind of early. They told me it was like 2 hours, and it was like 2 hours and a half, and I was like, shit, this is still going. But I kind of left. But I'm sure if I didn't have something else to do, I'm sure we would have ended up on the curb. I'm just saying. But hey.
Next time. Next time.
Maybe next time. You never know. You never know what's going to happen. We might, we got some things coming up with Vanessa from Gaviota Tequila, man. So make sure you stay tuned for that. So, you have anything else? Anything else you want to talk about? Any events that you're promoting right now, or you just want everybody to hit you up and go to Vallarta and get your bottles, your bitches?
Yeah, Yeah, make sure to show support and go buy our bitches. If you buy our bottle, make sure to send us a picture, tag us. We will definitely repost it. We'll give you a shout out. And just on with our bottles. Believe me, you'll be the life of the party when you walk into any party with those bitches in your hand. So you're good.
And no, and I'm a witness of that. Like, again, everybody that came up to your table, like they were just like grabbing the bottle and they were just looking at it. Like it's definitely something different. So that's really good. Something that makes you stand out on the game. Yeah, make sure you check her out. And again, if you miss anything, this is gonna be rebroadcasted tomorrow. And I always do my interviews on YouTube. So if you miss her links, you can wait till then, or just hit me up and I'll give you the information that you need to contact her. But hey, Vanessa, it was a pleasure having you here on Not Your Average Radio. Thank you for taking time and finally getting on here.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate all your support and your friendship and, everything you do for me. So thank you very much. I had a really good time, even though it was being too professional, I think. Next time, I'll have more Gaviota and we'll be fine.
Hey, I'm going to go to, again, like I said, I'm trying to get her to do Young Baka events. We talked about doing some events with her. She invited me over. So I'm going to be watching her. And, as soon as she starts drinking, I'll film her and post that. So I'll let you guys know how the real Vanessa acts.
How the real Vanessa acts. There'll be a video on Instagram and then we'll see how the real me behaves.
There it is. So that's what's up. So let's get into some music. I'll be right back, man. Again, make sure you check out Vanessa from Gaviota Tequila. Go have some. You guys are going to drink anyway, so you might as well have some of her bottles. I'm just saying. That's how we're doing it right here, man. It's Not Your Average Radio. Big homie Monski. Again, shout out to Vanessa and Gaviota Tequila. That's what's up.